And I don't think I've ever talked with someone older. And he sees a girl sitting across the bar. He walks up to her and he asks her on a date. Imagine you, and she's in her low to mid 70s. He was 97 years old. Shoot, I'll be 30 in 5 years. Yeah, 67 years younger than John. I have an industry-leading solution. Would you like to take my meeting next week? Darn. Last night at a bar, I met a man named John. He was 97 years old. It was a very profound experience for me, so I had to bring some of those life lessons I learned from him to you guys today. He happened to be a former business owner / salesperson. I make sales videos daily, trying to help you find your dream job in sales and become a better salesperson. So make sure to hit that subscribe button below. The life lessons I learned from John were very transformative. It was in a bar. I was sitting there. There's no social standards or rules in Florida. It's the wild, wild west out here. I'm on Marco Island, if you're curious what beautiful white sandy beach this is. I was sitting there eating my food, watching Tom Brady and Drew Brees play, wanting to be in my peace. A man sits next to me. I didn't want to talk to anyone, but the natural friendly person I am said, "Hey, how are you?" And I look at him and I can tell he's an older guy. He's like, "Hey, I'm John." And then he says, "I'm 97 years old." And this catches me back. We're in the middle of a pandemic. I don't know if a bar is the best place for a man of his age to be, but he's like, "Yeah, I'm 97." And this guy talks great. He's articulate, he's smart, he's funny, he's charismatic. And I don't think I've ever talked with someone older in a setting like that, or just someone older in general. It was insane. We were watching the game and there was an iffy play and he's like, "No, that guy was out of bounds." He knew it before they even did the instant replay. So he was there, he was with it. I had two takeaways from my conversations with John. One, keep your head up in all situations. And this is universally applicable, and let me explain. He's been on this island for 25 years. His wife died 20 years ago. He says whenever there's a problem or whenever something bad happens, you got to keep your head up and keep your internal state clear, loving, positive, no matter what. And this applies to you in your sales role or just your role as a person in life in general, because he was sitting at this bar. He goes there every Friday, Sunday night. He's 97 years old and he sees a girl sitting across the bar. He pointed to the seat that she was sitting at. He walks up to her and he asks her on a date, and she's in her low to mid 70s. Think about this. Imagine you going to a person 22 years older than you, whatever, and asking them on a date. It would take some confidence, but he takes this lady on a date to get coffee. She eventually finds out he's 97 and he's like, that turned her off a little bit. She's like, "When are you gonna die?" But this applies to you, whether you're in your dating life, you're prospecting. Keep your head up. He's like, don't show up with this closed off body language with your head down, drooping around. He's like, show up, head up, project confidence, make the ask for what you want, and that will put you in a position to get more favorable outcomes. Learning lesson number 2 from John. And this was a thought exercise I tried last night that I found incredibly difficult. It doesn't sound difficult, but it is. Actually, get out a piece of paper and try. He's like, you wouldn't believe when you put your head down what you can accomplish over time. And I said, "How old do you think I am?" He's like, 25. He just knew. He somehow knew I'm 25. And he's like, "When I was your age, I was in a rush. I wanted to conquer the world. I wanted to achieve everything, and I was in a hurry." He's like, "Slow down and just think about your goals, because when you put your head down and work for years after year, you'll be surprised at what you're able to actually accomplish." So he says, write down your 1, 3, and 5-year goal. I started going down. I wrote down my 1-year goal. Okay, go 4 for 4 quota attainment, close X amount of revenue, promote, be happy, 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, all that stuff. And then I get the 3-year and I'm thinking, okay, I'll be 28. If I stick with this, then I might be able to get that. But hey, I kind of want to do that as well. My problem is writing something down with conviction and saying, this is what I'm going after, but there's so many good alternatives. I have a tough time sticking on a single path. And then I got to 5-year and said, shoot, I'll be 30 in 5 years. Still young relative to John, about 67 years. Yeah, 67 years younger than John, even though I'll be 30, and a lot of people think that's old. This just goes to show life's long. You have a lot of time. He said he's living on Social Security. He's outlived pretty much what he had, because he's like, I didn't think I was gonna be 97 years old, and he's still moving. He's probably gonna be here for a while. Yeah, I encourage you, go write down your 1, 3, and 5-year goals. See what you can come up with. That's what he said will really lead you to live a great life, because then you'll break life up in these increments. You'll accomplish what you wanna accomplish in this short period of time, and then you'll iterate and set new goals. And then by the time you're in your 90s, hopefully you're happy. Hopefully you can sit around, walk on the beach, drink coffee on Sunday nights, and eat your fish platter twice a week like John does. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button below if you haven't already. Leave a like on the video. Hit me up in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Monday morning cold calls are especially difficult today. Excuse me, sir, would you like to take my meeting? Guess not.